And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in to MVG Productions and welcome into tonight's episode of Card Sharks. I'd like to thank Mr. Bill McD, aka Mr. William Mac 5909, for tonight's opening poem. And as always, as a reminder, if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, you can leave it in the comments section below, or if you're here in the live studio audience, leave it in the chat, and I'll go back and check them out later, and maybe your poem will make the next episode of Card Sharks. But without further ado, let's get on with the game, shall we? Here we go. Brandon Scruggs is no Pat Bullard, and for that we give thanks. For Brandon, as the host du jour, is up there in the ranks on Card Sharks. This is the game where a single turn of the cards could win someone $32,000 in cash. And now, here is the host of Card Sharks, Brandon Scruggs. Thank you all so much, folks, and hello once again. Welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad you could be here with us for another exciting round of card flipping and possibly big money winning here. And in our last episode, we crowned ourselves a brand new champion here on the program. He's back with us with a grand total of $18,700. Please welcome back Mr. Gianni Peasy.
Oh, thank you. Good to be here. Be back.
Glad to have you back here, Gianni. Have you thought about what you're going to do with some of your winnings so far from last time?
I do, and I think most people here probably know what I'm going to do with it. But, of course, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm probably going to go on fish tour.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to buy a fish season ticket if they ever make one.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you'd be one of the ones that absolutely could add that in there for sure if they had brought out season tickets.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, remind the good folks at home a little bit about yourself, sir.
20 years old. I work as an usher for a major sports arena, and of course, when I'm not doing that, I'm also from the state of New Jersey. Of course, I then go to concerts, other shows besides fish, but mostly fish. I've been to 27 fish shows so far, and going to 4 more.
And after Fish, what do you think has been the next band that you've seen the most?
Probably Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
No. I'll say this much, Johnny. You have an excellent taste in music, at least in my humble opinion.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'll go see anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I haven't been to many concerts, but I'll say I need to at some point in the near future for sure. But anyway, welcome back to the program. Good luck to you today, and let's meet your first opponent taking you on, your first challenger here, coming to us by way of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Please welcome in Mr. Neil Stanitsky. Welcome back, sir.
Hi, Brandon. Good to be here.
Glad to have you back, sir. Again, a collector of all assortments of different things. I know Funko Pops and Hot Wheels are 2 of his biggest collections. Anything else that you like to collect?
Board games.
And I know you definitely have some thrift stores around your area where you can find some good ones for sure. What's any hidden gems that you've picked up recently?
I did a couple weeks ago find the 25th anniversary edition of Jeopardy.
Ooh, that's a good find. I think I should play. I'm pretty sure I've played that one at one point in time. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's the old Pressman style ones with the red console. You got to put the papers through.
Yeah. I think I have the version. I have a copy of the board game from 87, 88, I think maybe one of those 2. I forget which edition it is, but it's definitely an older one there, and it's one that I enjoy looking through and looking back on the times of the material in it there. But anyway, you ready to play our game here?
Absolutely.
Well, let's get to it. Let's play some Card Sharks, shall we? All right. As you know, the way the game works, work your way across the board, trying to call if the next card is higher or lower than the previous one up there. If you can work your way across the board, you win the game, pick up $500 in cash, and most importantly, a game win. It takes 2 games to win our match because we play best 2 out of 3. Winner will then go on to the money cards for a chance at $32,000. All right. So, without further ado, Gianni is, of course, is the champion. We'll be playing our red cards. Neil is the challenger. We'll be playing the blue cards. And for this first question in round one, of course, we start off with our champion. So, Gianni, first question goes to you. Gianni, we asked 100 veterinarians, do men feel worse when they get their dog neutered more so than women? How many of 100 veterinarians said men do, in fact, feel worse getting their dog neutered more so than women?
I don't know about that. I think that's going to be very low. 32.
I say 32 out of 100 of them say they feel bad about it. Neil, higher or lower than 32?
I'm going to go higher on this one.
You're going to go higher than that. All right. Well, if the answer is higher, of course, you play your cards first. If not, Gianni will get to play his first. The actual number of men that feel worse about getting their dog neutered than women, according to our 100 veterinarians, is 84 of them, and it's much higher. Nearly 4 out of every 5 guys feels bad when they take their dog's manhood from them. They may be sad, but I know one man in heaven would be very happy about that. Miss you, Bob. Anyway, Gianni, Neil, you won the question, so you've got control of your cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card. You have an ace.
Perfect. I love that. Lower, please.
Going on, lower than the ace. It's a 7.
Ooh. I'm going to freeze.
I'm going to freeze right there, okay? Keeping Gianni away from his cards early in this game. Could be some strategy there. We'll see what happens as we go into question number 2. This one is for you, Neil. Neil, we asked 100 librarians, have you ever caught people fooling around in the stacks of books? How many librarians said, in fact, they have caught people fooling around in the stacks?
Well, I think that might be on the slightly lower side. So I'm going to say 36.
36 out of 100 librarians have found people fooling around the stacks there. Gianni, higher or lower than 36?
I don't. Depends, I guess, on the age or the kind of people. I feel like maybe more the kids. I'm going to go higher.
I'll say higher than that. Well, let's see. The actual number of librarians who've in fact caught people fooling around in the stacks is 46. It is higher.
All I gotta say is,
I know, right? So at some point in the round, I'm just gonna say, sorry, children. And we'll move it from there. All right. Gianni, got control of the cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card. We've got a 9.
Ooh, I'm going to change that.
You won the question. You have the right to change that card. You change that base card now to a deuce.
All right, definitely much better. Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 9.
All right, now I will freeze.
Freezing there. Okay. Players not giving up control so easily here. So, Gianni with 2 cards to go. Neil with 3 as we go to question number 3. And this one's back for our champion. Gianni, we asked 100 women. And we asked them, do you go to the bathroom in groups? How many of those 100 women say, in fact, women do go to the bathroom in groups?
Oh my! I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing about that is, but like I remember in high school, even college, like it happens like all the time. I never understood it. It happens all the time. So I'm gonna say, gonna be a high one. 72.
72 out of those 100 women say women do, in fact, go to the bathroom in groups. Neil, higher or lower than 72?
I agree with Gianni. It's a thing out there, and well, I guess us guys aren't going to totally understand that. So, but I'm going to say it's even higher than that.
It's even higher than that. Yeah, personally, I've never understood it. I don't know why they do it. It's just my only logical explanation is they like to gossip about people, and they feel like the sanctity and the privacy of the bathroom is the only place you can get people to spill the good news or the good gossip. or spilling the tea, as this generation calls it. Which, however they came up with that one, I will never know. I guess that's the old man in me finally showing. Anyway, the actual number of women who say women, in fact, do go to the bathroom in groups is 75. It's just slightly higher. Johnny, very good guess, sir. You almost got away with that one there. But Neil got it right and has control of the cards with your 7.
Not for long. Change it.
Changing that 7. The 7 goes away, and its place we shall find. Ooh, an 8 up the middle.
I'd like to retract my statement.
Too late. We've already changed it. We gotta. We can only go forward. We can't go back.
Let's go lower.
Went on lower than the 8. Oh no! It is an ace. You lose that card there. So Gianni, a free chance to play your 9.
Lower.
Okay, lower than the 9. It's a 7.
I'm gonna freeze.
Gonna freeze right there. All right, needing just one card to go. As we go to our 4th and final question of this round, someone must win on this play of the cards. The question goes to Neil. Neil, we asked 100 5th graders, are you going to become famous? How many of those 100 5th graders thought that they could ever be famous?
Well, that depends if they're taller than Kyler Murray.
I can understand that, sure.
If I ask a 5th grader that's a interesting time to ask that. I'm gonna say 55.
I say 55 out of 100 of them say that they are, at some point in their life, they're going to be famous. Gianni, higher or lower than 55?
I'm gonna go, I think, higher.
I say even higher than that. All right, for all important control of the cards, the actual number of 5th graders who thought that they would ever be famous is 59. It is just slightly higher again. Guys, darn near hitting them on the head here, which reminder of the folks at home, if one of our contestants should hit an answer directly on the nose, they will pick up an additional $1,000 bonus. All right, and Gianni, you've got the option now, sir. You have the 7. You can change your card if you like and play it. You need 1 card to win the first game of the match. Neil has an 8. He needs to call 3 of them. He cannot change it. So the option is yours.
I think I'll play and change.
Okay, gonna keep it himself, all right? He says to change the base card, and we shall change the 7, and your card to play is a queen.
Lower.
For the first game of the match, lower than a queen. It's a 9, he's got it!
All right.
Very nice, sir. $500 more for you brings you now up to $19,200. And more importantly, you got the first game of the match. Neil's going to try to play a little catch up here, so let's clear that board out. Go ahead and deal out the next cards for game number 2. And we shall start this round with our challenger going first this time. So, Neil, this question is for you. Neil, we asked 100 delivery people. Oh, my God. We're actually asking this question. Okay, we're here. We're doing this. We asked 100 delivery people, have you ever made a delivery in the nude to a customer?
Oh.
How many of those 100 delivery drivers said, in fact, they have made a nude delivery to a customer? Before you answer, sorry, children.
I was just about to say sorry, kids. Oh man, that's hey, I guess to each his own, right?
I guess, but
I can't imagine that's a.
I think the personal question here is: would you actually do it, Neil?
No, I'd be gone. I'd be like, nope, take your crap. I'm out of here.
Okay. What about you, Gianni?
No. I'm probably not driving. There's only one place I would probably do it. I'm not going to mention it.
Oh, okay. Well.
And he's not talking about a fish concert.
It actually is a fish costume. I've seen it happen as a fish costume. I'm not kidding.
I don't doubt it, sir. But anyway, we are off track at this point. Neil, again, the question was, how many of 100 delivery drivers said they have, in fact, made a delivery in the nude to a customer?
We're off track, but somehow we're still on the air.
Right. Yep, YouTube hasn't canceled me yet. The stream's still going, so we're going with it.
Like I said, it can't be a very high number. I'm going to say 20.
20 of them. 20 of 100 of them have made a delivery in the nude. Gianni, higher or lower than 20?
Well, I want to know is why they even admit that they did it.
Right. I want to
Yeah.
know. I want to know if they kept their jobs afterward. That's the part I want to know.
Yeah, we should have asked them that instead. I'm gonna go lower.
I'm gonna say lower than that. Let's
I don't
see.
think many would say they did it.
The actual number of delivery drivers who've in fact made a delivery in the nude to a customer is 37 of them. It's higher, not lower. Unbelievable. That's something right there.
All right, then.
Yes, moving swiftly forward at this point. Neil, you've got control of the cards. Let's take a look at your base card for this second game here. You start with a 10.
I'm gonna. Tens are kind of tricky. I'm gonna change it.
Okay, changing out the 10 instead. We'll start you off with a 3.
That's better. Higher.
Higher than a 3. It's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. It's an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a queen.
Lower.
For a clean sweep of the board and a $1,000 bonus if this is lower than a queen. Yes, it is. Nicely done, sir. 500 for the game plus a $1,000 bonus for sweeping the board. We are all tied up. One game apiece. Well done. All right, so that means it is time for our tiebreaker round. So we have 3 cards for each player, only one question to decide who gets control. And, of course, in our tiebreaker round, the question goes to our champion, Gianni. So, Gianni, according to Variety magazine, of the top 100 grossing movies of last year, this is circa 2021, so about 3 years ago. According to top 100 grossing movies of last year, how many of them had a female lead? I mean, a female was the lead character in the movie. Again,
Yes.
according to Variety magazine, of course, the top 100 grossing movies of last year, how many of them had a female lead? And again,
I feel like you see it more common now in a lot of those movies, especially a lot of movies now, like the current day. I'm going to say 42.
42 out of 100 of them had a female lead. Neil, higher or lower than 42?
I agree with Gianni's logic here, but I'm going to say it's even higher than that.
I'll say it's even higher than that. All right, for all important control of the cards, the actual number of the 100 grossing movies last year that had a female lead, the answer is 40 of them. It's not higher. Oh, so very close. Gianni almost got an exacta, but Gianni does have control, and you now have a decision to make, sir. You can choose to either play your cards or let Neil play his cards. But before you make your decision, let me show you the base cards that you'll be working with. And as also, again, as a reminder, if you play your cards, you can change your base card since you won the question. So we'll start by showing Neil's base card first. It's a 4. Your base card is a queen. The option is yours. You want to play it or pass?
I will go for it.
All right, taking the cards for himself. All right, call both cards correct. You remain as champion. If not, Neil becomes the new champion.
Lower.
Hold on, lower than a queen. It's a 4.
Higher.
For the game of the match. Higher than a 4. Oh no, it's another 4, and Neil is our new
game,
champion. Well done, sir. Congratulations, Neil. We'll talk to you again in just a minute. Gianni, what can I say, man? Played a valiant game there, sir. Just didn't quite work out there for you at the end. But did you have fun with us?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not leaving here empty-handed because last time you picked up another you picked up $500 for winning today, and with added to what you had before, you leave us here in this run as champion with a grand total of $19,200, sir. Nicely done. And I look forward to having you back here on a future episode. So once again, folks, one more time for Gianni Peasy. All right, and Neil, congratulations, sir. You already got $2,000 on the day. Would you like to try to add another 32 grand to that?
Yes.
I thought you might say that. Let's see if you can win some money here as we play the money cards. Come on over. All right, sir, this is how it's time to play the money cards. You know how this works. We'll start you off on the bottom with $200 of brand new betting money. You'll work your way across that bottom row till you get to that second row where you get an additional $400 and 3 more cards to call. Remember, minimum bets you can make here are $50 each until you get to the big bet card at the top of the board, where there you must risk at least half of your winnings. And you can change one base card on each level. One of the 3 extra cards will do out on the side of the board. And if you can manage to do a perfect double all the way to the top of the board, you're going to win $32,000. All right, so without further ado, you ready to play?
Yes, I am.
Good luck to you. Let's deal out those cards. Give them a fresh $200, please. All right, of course, you can change one card on each level here as we start you off with your opening base card of a queen.
I like that card. $150 lower.
All right, $150. If this is lower than a queen, it is a 9. You got it. You got about $350. Make sure Fluffy stays out the studio.
Yeah, and that Loch Ness Monster too.
They might be one and the same. We're still deciding on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna change that 9.
Okay.
Give me number 2.
All right, change you with number 2 instead of a 9. You'll now call a jack.
A little better. I'll do $200 lower.
$200. If this card's lower than a jack, it's a 3. Nicely done. $550.
All right. $400 higher.
$400 on this one. If this is higher than a 3, yes, it's a 5. $950 so far. We move that 5 up to the next level. Give you another $400. You got $1,350 and a 5.
I'll do $350 higher.
All right, $350. This card is higher than a 5. Oh no, it is a 3. Cost you $350 there, but you got a better card and $1,000.
$750 higher.
Ooh, big bet here. $750 if this card is higher than a 3. Oh no! Ouch, we're going the wrong way here, Neil. You got $250 now, but a card you can't lose on.
All of it higher.
Come on, double it up. Not a 2, please. Anything but a 2. Higher! There it is, an 8. $500 there. We moved that 8 up. Do you want to keep it?
No.
I figured you didn't. Which one you want to change with?
Number 1.
Changing with number 1, and now, very important card here. That 8 goes away and out to play. For your big bet, we have a 3. All right, 500 is what you have. You must bet at least $250.
Well, at this point, it's go big or go home. All of it higher.
All right, for nothing at all, or $1,000. Come on, higher than a 3. Yes, it's a 10. You got it. $1,000 there, sir. Added to what you won. You have a grand total now here of $3,000. Well done. And with that said, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Neil's going to have another opponent, and we have more Card Sharks on the way with you right after this. So stay with us, folks. welcome back to Card Sharks here at MVG Productions. Glad you could join us back here again for our second game here on this episode. Neil, our new champion, of course, now with $3,000 to his credit. Get ready to take on his next opponent, coming to us by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. Please welcome in Mr. James Doe. Bank, sir. Good to have you back here.
Very good to be back.
Yep. Picked up a win earlier this season. Have a little bit of cash in your till so far for the season. Ready to win a little bit more here, but remind the good folks at home a little bit about yourself, sir.
I'm an assistant manager at a retail store. I'm a referee, and when I'm not busy, I'm like Gianni, but this time with wrestling, not concerts.
Uh-huh. And I gotta ask, what was the last wrestling show you went to?
Bad Blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told me you were in Atlanta for that pay-per-view. That was a good show. Good show.
It was. The drive was bad, but the show was awesome.
Yeah, anybody trying to drive around 285 in Atlanta, I'm sorry, I don't see how you do it, but the fact that you do it is mildly impressive. So we'll see what happens on that. But you ready to play our game?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Let's get to it. Let's play some Card Sharks. All right, we've reshuffled the cards during the break there, and now Neil will be playing our red cards as the champion. James, our challenger, will be playing the blue cards. And the first question this time goes to Neil. So, Neil, we asked 100 single men in their 50s, would you date someone in their 20s? How many of those 50-year-olds said they would, in fact, date a 20-year-old?
Well, I wouldn't stop a politician, would it?
You're not wrong there, sir.
It's going to be high numbers, so I'm going to say 70.
70 out of 100 of them said they would date someone in their 20s. James, higher or lower than 70?
Did we ask Bill Belichick about this?
I'm not sure if we did or not, but I'm like, whatever he wants to handle it, he can do it. I mean, he's got 6 Super Bowl rings to himself, so I'm like, who are we to judge?
Probably a little bit more even with this as an assistant.
Yeah.
I will say slightly lower.
I say slightly lower than that. All right. Let's see. The actual number of 50-year-olds who, in fact, would date someone in their 20s is 65. It is just a little lower.
All right.
All right, James, you got control of the cards here. So let's take a look at your opening base card for this game, for this match. A deuce.
Higher.
One higher than the deuce. The 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh no, a 4. You lose those 2 cards there. Back to the base card and giving Neil a free chance to play his card of a 6.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than a jack. Oh no, it's another jack. Pairs do not play in this game, unfortunately, there. So you lose those 2 cards. Nobody makes any advancements, and we go on with question number 2 to our challenger, James. James, we asked 100 people, would you like to eat cake or pie for the rest of your life? How many of those 100 people said that, in fact, they would choose cake over pie to eat for the rest of their lives?
The photo's so good, though.
I know they're good, but some of them chose cake, some of them chose pie. We need you to tell us how many of them chose cake.
How dare they make us choose? I will say 64.
64 out of 100 of them said they would choose cake over the pie for the rest of their lives. Neil, higher or lower than 64?
The Rock is online too.
I'm pretty sure, sir, that's not the kind of pie we're talking about here.
Hey, we're not talking about the other cake neither.
Yeah, maybe not today, but at some point, maybe we will. We'll see.
All right. The question was how many chose cake?
Yeah, again, we
over
asked
pie?
100 people, would you eat cake or pie for the rest of your life? How many of those 100 people said they would eat cake over pie? James says 64. What do you say?
I'm gonna say higher.
I say even more than that. Some people think they like the bread over the fillings of the pies. We'll see. The actual number of people who chose to eat cake over pie for the rest of their lives is 56. It is not higher.
Almost even.
Yep,
Almost even.
nearly even, which is what I would expect from something like that. But we'll see where we go. James, you've got control of the cards. You've got that deuce again.
Higher.
On higher than a deuce. It's a 4.
If this is a 3, I'm going to walk up higher.
Excuse me. Knew that was coming. Higher than a 4. It's a 6. I detect the pattern.
Higher.
Hold on. Higher.
4, 6, 8.
If this is an 8, I'm walking off the stage. Higher than a 6. Oh, no, it's another pair. Go all the way back to the base card there. Neil, free chance to play your 6 again.
Well, let's see if we can repeat this again. Higher.
They say higher. It's a 9. A Mark Leota special.
Great. The way this has been going, I'm gonna freeze.
Gonna freeze there. All right, taking the 1 card advantage. I don't blame you for that. We move on to question number 3 now. This one goes back to Neil. So, Neil, we asked 100 men, do you think you're a good kisser? How many of those 100 men said, in fact, they do believe they are good kissers?
I think a lot of men would say that openly. So it's gonna be a high number. I'm gonna say 77.
77 out of 100 men think they're good kissers. James, higher or lower than 77?
I'm going to gamble and say lower.
I'm going to say gambling for lower. Let's see. The actual number of men who believe, in fact, that they are good kissers is 83. It's not lower. Should have went the other way. All right, Neil, you've got control. You've got the 9. How you want to handle it?
Not wrong. Change it.
Changing the 9 out instead and place the 9. We'll find a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. It's an ace.
Lower.
For the first game of the match, it's a 3. He's got it. Nicely done, sir. Another $500 for you. Brings you now up to $3,500. And more importantly, the first game of the match is yours. See, James can play a little catch up here as we clear the cards out and deal them off for the start of round number 2. And for this time, James, as the challenger, you'll start first with this question. James, we asked 100 therapists, have you ever nodded off during a session? How many of those 100 therapists said, in fact, they have nodded off during a session?
How much they've been through? I could see it. I would say it's gonna be a low number. I'm gonna say the IQ special 27.
27. Anybody who watches the Chiseled Adonis will get that reference all day. Neil, higher or lower than 27?
27. Oh, sorry.
No, you can't say the same number. It must be higher or lower than 27.
I'm gonna say lower.
I'll say lower than that. We'll see. The actual number of therapists who said, in fact, they have nodded off during a session is 21. Blackjack, it is lower. All right, Neil, you got control of the cards once again, sir. And here comes your base card. It's a 5.
Higher.
No higher than a 5. Oh, no, a 2 will not work for you there. So, James, a free chance to play your base card. A 6.
I don't want it higher.
You gotta play it. I'm so sorry.
Higher.
Higher than a 6. It's a 10.
Freeze.
A freeze right there. Take the 1 card advantage over Neil. We go on to question number 2 this time. This one goes to you, Neil. We asked 100 millennials, have you ever received a participation trophy in your lifetime? How many of those 100 millennials, in fact, have received a participation trophy?
That's just the world we live in, isn't it? I'm gonna say 35.
35 out of 100. 35 out of 100 of them say they've received a participation trophy. James, higher or lower than 35?
Slightly higher.
I say slightly higher. Okay. I admit I had a participation trophy for our community basketball league when I was younger, but I don't think it made it home with me that day because I was kind of upset about the whole thing. It wasn't upset that I left the trophy. I was more upset the fact that we didn't do well that season. But yes, personal preference then, you know. Anyway, the actual number of millennials who have in fact received a participation trophy is 37. It's just slightly higher. Wow, we are.
Dead man will be so proud.
I know we are knocking on the door of somebody picking up $1,000 today. I feel like today's the day we might actually do it with some of your guesses. You're spot on. Anyway, James, you got control. You got that 10.
Change it.
Changing the 10 into the 10 will now play a 3.
Higher.
Higher than a 3. Oh no, not another pair. Oh, ugly. Bad cards. Bad cards. Anyway, Neil, you must play the 5.
Bad frog. Bad frog.
James, get out of my head. But let's go higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh no! Really? Okay. Whoever shuffled these, just remember, we're playing Card Sharks. We're not playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em or 5-card draw. This is not net poker. For crying out loud. Good
Is that
grief.
Ed I see over there?
No, it shouldn't be. Ed's not allowed on this set. The last time he tried to cut, I told him to cut the cards. He ran around with a giant pair of scissors trying to cut the deck in half. I mean, it was not fun. Trying to chase him down with giant sharp scissors in his hand. Kind of scary. Kind of scary indeed. Anyway, question 3, I think, is where we're at. So, James, we're back to you. James, according to our friends at Parents Magazine, what percentage of babies are born on their due date? Again, according to Parents Magazine, what percentage of babies are in fact born on their due date?
Man, so much people have said that they was either over or under. So I would say 7%.
7% of them have been born on their due date. Neil, higher or lower than 7?
Well, it's interesting that this question came up because we're actually streaming this the day before my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Your birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday, sir.
Thank you.
In about 2 hours, we'll celebrate with a toast. And by
Yay.
toast, I mean a slice of bread warmed in the oven with some butter on it for you. A proper toast.
Yay.
Anyway.
But to answer the question here, I'm going to say it's slightly higher.
Say higher than that. Let's see. Well, according to Parents Magazine, the percentage of babies who are actually born on their due date is 5% of them. It's not higher, it's lower. Yeah, 1 out of every 20 babies apparently born on the day that they're predicted. See, weathermen aren't the only ones that can't predict the forecast correctly. Just saying.
Damn it.
Anywho, James, we're over to you. You got control of the cards. You got your 3.
Hey, the meteorologists get paid good money for being wrong. Anyway,
So do
higher.
doctors, but you know, they get paid even better.
I know, right? Higher.
Higher than 3. Oh no, a 2. Why?
I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this.
No, you can't leave yet. The game's not over yet. Neil, you got to play
I'm
yours.
leaving.
This whole game has been a Jason Myers special because we've been off to a fantastic stop.
Indeed, we have.
I got to try it again. Higher.
Come on, higher than a 5. Yay, we're making progress. It's a 7.
Now let's see if we can hang on to it. Higher again.
Going on, trying to take the lead. Higher than a 7. It's a king.
Lower.
Lower than the king. It's an 8 up the middle.
Freeze.
What was that?
Freeze.
Going to freeze right there. All right, don't blame you. All right. Freezing with the 8, 1 card to go and 1 question to go for this round because someone must win on this play of the cards. Neil, the question comes to you. We asked 100 scientists, do you believe in God? How many of 100 scientists said, in fact, they do believe in God?
I'm going to go 54.
Say 54 out of 100 of them said, in fact, they do believe in God. James, higher or lower than 54? What was that?
I say,
Huh. Huh is not necessarily
Lower.
an answer, but,
lower.
It says lower than that. All right. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of scientists that, in fact, say they did believe in God is 78 is not lower, it's higher.
Well, good game, Neil.
Well, not over yet. Neil has a decision to make because he's in an interesting spot. He can play his 8, change it, and try to win with 1 card to go, or he can pass it to you, you need 3, but you all have a great starting position. So, Neil, questions to you. You want to keep it control or pass it to James?
I know we were just talking about how tomorrow is my birthday, but here's a gift for you, James.
Happy birthday!
Hey, my birthday's in March.
Well, he gave you an early Christmas gift, sir. You got to call it from the 3. Call all 3 cards. We have a tie game. We go to a tiebreaker. If not, Neil remains as champion.
Higher.
Come on, higher than a 3. It's a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. It's a 7.
Higher.
To tie up the match, higher than a 7. It's a queen. He's done it. Nicely done. James ties up the match, $500 for him, and we are going to a tiebreaker game. 3 cards, 1 question to decide who gets control of them, and the question, of course, goes to our champion, Neil. Neil, we asked 100 single women, would you date a 40-something-year-old man who lives with his mother? How many of those 100 single women said they would, in fact, date a 40-year-old something man who lives with his mother?
I mean, I could see some of them just because, they understand, you might be going through some financial hardship or whatever else. So I think it's going to be a somewhat medium number here. I'm going to say 45.
45 out of 100 of them said they would, in fact, date a 40-year-old man who lives with his mother. 40-something-year-old man, I should say, excuse me. James, higher or lower than 45?
I think that TLC song is stuck in my head, those scrubs. Lower. I go lower.
Say lower than that. I used to get so much flack when that song came out. My last name, of course, is Scruggs. Yeah, the taunts that were made with me in that one, I was like, I had to flip it around on him at some point. But yeah, got so much flack. And I still love that song, partial PTSD from it, I guess. I don't know. But it's a dull whimper at this point. But anyway, for all important control of the cards here, the actual number of single women who would date a 40-something-year-old man who lives with his mother is 31. It is lower. All right, James, you've got the option this time, sir. So we'll flip over the base cards, and then you'll decide what you want to do. We'll start by showing you Neil's base card first. It's a 3. Your base card is a 10. What would you like to do?
You can change mine. I'm going to go for it.
Going to play it. All right. He's going to take it, and he's going to change his base card. Hopefully get a good one. For the tiebreaker match, you will start with a 9.
Dang it. Lower.
Lower than
That should
9.
be a pair.
No, it is an ace, and Neil remains as champion. Congratulations. Oh, that is a tough break there, my friend. Congratulations to you, Neil, you are a champion. You're moving on to the money cards again in just a minute. James, hate to see you go, buddy, but you played a valiant game, so you're not leaving here empty-handed. Another $500 in cash for you with our thanks for playing. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, but the cards hate me.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. The cards haven't been kind to anyone in this game at all. So it's not. I don't think it's just you. I think it's the shuffler today, maybe. But thank you for coming out. Hopefully you come back and visit us again here one more time. Give it up for James Doe, everybody.
Looking for.
All right, and Neil, you picked up another $1,000 so far. Would you like to try to win some more?
Yes, please.
Let's do it. Then let's play the money cards. All right, you know how this works, so we're just going to jump straight into it here for you as we get cards loaded in. Here's your fresh $200 to start. And I wish you the best of luck, man. Here we go. Starting with your opening base card this time of a deuce.
Thank you. All of it higher.
Betting it all higher than a deuce. It's a 6. We're doubled up.
All right. Change it with number 3.
All right, changing with card number 3 instead of a 6. You'll now play a king.
Oh, I love that. Let's go $300 lower.
$300 if this card is lower than a king. It is an 8 up the middle. You have $700 now.
$50 lower.
Minimum bet here, $50 lower than the 8. No, it is a 10, but you made a wise bet there. You're only down to $650. Move that 10 up. Gives you another $400. You got $1,050 there and a 10.
All right, let's go. $300 lower.
All right, $300 if this card is lower than a 10. Oh no, it is a jack. You lose $300 down to $750 now.
Let's go. Let's do 300 again. Lower.
Almost half the winnings here. Come on. $300 lower than a jack. It is a 10. You got it. $1,050 again.
Change it with number 2.
Changing it with number 2, all right. Instead of the 10, you'll now play a 7.
$50 lower.
All right, minimum bet $50. This card is lower than a 7. Oh no, it is a queen. Lose 50 there. We have $1,000. Move that up. Would you like to change it?
No, I'm gonna keep the queen.
All right, you got $1,000. You must bet at least 500.
Let's go the full Monty. All of it lower.
Good luck for nothing at all or $2,000 if this card is lower than a queen. Yeah, we got it. Nicely done, sir. $2,000 more added to what you won. Grand total now here on Card Sharks, $6,000. Well done to you, and congratulations, sir. How are we feeling now?
Well, that round was a little rough, but managed to salvage.
Yep,
you made out of that.
You did salvage quite a bit there, and most importantly, though, you are still our champion, and you're going to come back with us next time to try to see if you can't add some more to your winnings here. You want to come back and play again?
I would love to.
Well, we look forward to having you back then at that time, and we look forward to having you guys back out in YouTube land with us next time here on Card Sharks, because that's going to do it for us today. We thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like what you see, you want to see more of it, check out any of the episodes from this season that you might have missed, or any of our previous seasons, because we have a large catalog of different game shows here, the past, present, and the future that you might like to enjoy. And the best way you can enjoy, make sure they come to your inbox, is by hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell. That way you'll never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. But in the meantime, between time, until we shuffle the cards up and deal them out once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying from all of us here at MVG Productions, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on Card Sharks. Till then, so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Silva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.